going. That's going. I just tried to wear slippers while also wearing socks, and my brain was like, no, we're not having that. That is not something that we are having today. Um, it just says default. So I don't think that my sound was actually the PC sound was actually playing um when I was working on the audio yesterday. Like I could hear it in my headphones, like that's fine, but it wasn't playing on the desktop just because it says default, and that's probably why um the little bar wasn't going up and down when the music was playing. So they're not going to hit me with a licensing issue, so that's good. Okay. Um so where's my scene? There it is. Okay. Okay, that's good because this was acting funky. Yeah, like that was acting funky. So there have been some updates. I did get a little work done, not last night. My daughter woke up right after I had a snack. I'm gonna get music back here. I'm listening to this. It's probably my favorite of the Donkey Kong countries. Okay. So there have been a couple of changes. Um, one that I can show you right off is this. Um, the settings are about the same, except uh, you can actually change the name of the song, which is cool. And it'll start with a random hairstyle that's set up randomly, and then you can just switch it yourself if you if you want the feminine hairstyle or the masculine hairstyle. I haven't set up the color yet, but I have a plan. I have a plan for that. I'm not going to focus on that yet though, because that's kind of in the nice to have. Um, and I'm going to get a couple coins. Um, the animations for this are working. The transition is a little wonky, but like that's okay for now. So it does do the sit up. See how the transition is a little wonky. Um, and then okay, yeah. So that that see that animation is just a little bit off. If I yeah, and it didn't switch. Okay, so that's a bug that I'm gonna need to fix. It didn't because they're inactive. The controllers don't talk to them. So that is a problem. Um, oh, and it put it back. It put it back where it was. So that is a bug that I'm going to need to tweak and figure out. But it'll do from lying on the couch to sitting up, and then it'll do from sitting up to standing. Yeah, and just when the animations transitions, if one's been inactive, then it doesn't line up. So like I'm aware of these issues. I'm gonna figure out how to fix it. But Today is more focused on like getting the shop set up because that does need to be done. Um, the upgraded images, the couch spikes. So I'm gonna go down through this and make sure they're lined up appropriately. Props. Oh, there needs to be an over character. Maybe if I put up over character. We got couch spikes, we have lap cat, the progress bar, thought bubble. Oh, I need to I apply. Where is it? Okay. It's cut the way it's supposed to be. Where are you? Sprite's missing. Sprite's missing, that's why. That did nothing. That did nothing. Why am I getting problems here? I just had a thought of one of the things that I looked up last time. And none of those settings are here. Okay. Back to this. What is your problem? Let me just go through single 100, single 100. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's working. Hey, knock it off. Now your claw's stuck in the couch. Don't scratch at the couch. Nope. Nope. Um, one. because this should show up above those. And the window. Three. Character. Go to 30, like, no. Do 50. So it's over the cat, too. And then I'm missing a coffee table. Oh, okay, yep, that's where it's supposed to be. Um, when the character swings its legs, how does that align? Okay. Okay. It doesn't align with the car, so that needs to be above the player. So maybe like 20. Maybe I should just make the hair random. Like that would be the simplest solution is just to make the hair random and remove the ability to choose. But then I might as well just like make the skin and the hair um and the shirt random too. So there's that. Okay. So all of those are where they should be, and I'm gonna go ahead and make them all inactive. Except for the coffee table. The coffee table, you need to be like 20 above the character. And now you can be inactive. Okay. So now I need to get my shop manager script. I'm gonna leave that for now just because the progress bar. Um, I might need to change this in other scripts too. I'm gonna leave that for now. I might refactor it. No, because I'm not using the progress bar in other scripts, because otherwise it would be public. It's not public. So if uh, yeah, because that goes into purchase and the rest of it doesn't touch it. Um, this spontaneous thought is going to be different. It's only going to activate the win condition, which is standing up off the couch, um, as a random chance. So that's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go back to shop manager. I made an array of shop items. Um, okay. Progress bar is going to be 0. And then I'm going to base this off the shop. So my reference to the shop here. Spontaneous thought doesn't have an image. So next is lap cat, TV, the self-help books on the coffee table. So I'm going to reorder these too. Self-help books on the coffee table, the inspirational wall art, the thought bubbles for important, hungry. Importance last, actually. I don't like that. I don't like that so much. Important should be where toilet is. Important should be where bathroom is. Um, I'll switch those around then. It's not like super important. It's just that's what makes sense in my head. And then it's couch spikes and then window. Because just thinking I have to get up, it's important, isn't as impactful as thinking I have to get up to use the bathroom, because your body is actually involved. Your body is telling you that you need to go use the bathroom, and like your body is telling you that you're hungry. Like you can put off hunger a lot longer than you can put off using the bathroom. And you could put off I need to get up, it's important, indefinitely, because there's no hunger cue, there's no bathroom cue attached to that. So, the important should go before bathroom. And so let me open up the shot canvas. Yeah, that's where it sits here. So this should be 6. This should be 8. And Okay, so the object is... Okay, so I don't have to change the positioning on the description. Okay. So deactivate that. Deactivate that. Close it up. Okay, and let me go through. I need to go through and get those descriptions set up. Okay. I need my notes. Okay. That's a bit wonky. That's a little wonky. Okay, whatever. Maybe they all should be. Progress won't fall below. I'll think about it. Because this says progress won't fall below 30%, and then for spikes it's 60%, and then for setup it's 90%. I would rather it stack than just straight up, if you get set up, the progress isn't going to fall below 90%. Okay, so I'll say that. So, like, the spikes would be won't fall below 15%, and then sit up would be like don't fall below 10%. And I'll tweak that a bit, I think. Uh, just to kind of get an idea of what's happening here. And then I don't know what the cost is yet. I'm gonna figure that out. We're gonna 500 there for now. Because what I should do is I should sit here and I should click the button for 5 minutes to see about how many coins I can accumulate in 5 minutes. And then split those coins up between these 12 items. That may be something I do today. That may not be something I do today. But that's somewhere to start. Spelling is going to be important. I'm so bad at spelling. Uncomfortable couch. Uh, and okay. That's the first row. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so this row is increases progress stacks worth effort, increases progress effort. Because if I say increases value accrue rate, then you don't really know what that means. And I'm gonna put this up here and this down here. Nope. Yep. Ah, it messed with the stacks. Okay. So this is 300. I'll just go down. Yeah, that works. So give me the thing. Okay. And this was, yeah. I don't want to, I want to say this. Get up. You are hungry. Your stomach is cramping in emptiness. Emptiness? Emptiness. Yeah, okay. It looks weird. Okay. And that, yes, okay. So those three are done. Motivational art. Cover your wall with motivational signs. and special INTRESTS interests. I INTERESTS. Interests. Nope. INTERE. Interests. Interests. Okay, and the effect for this is reduces reduction rate. Maybe I don't want things to stack with similar effects. I mean, I don't think you should need to buy every single thing to win the game. So it's not going to be set up like that. This is the art 250. I want to add more to that. Stacks of recommended self-help books. Some help more than others. Okay. I'll do 200 for now. And Did I remember to do that with this one? I did. Okay. Good, 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 good. And that came as, yeah, 150. Okay. What am I on? I'm on cat. Cat on your. And yeah. Because I wanted this to be something like, okay, if the progress bar is 5, let's do spontaneous 25, and this will be 50. Um, yeah, I wanted this to be something like half bad, but again, you don't have to buy all of it. It's just like if you want a cat on your lap, you'll get more coins. It's gonna bite you, but you'll get more coins. Okay, and this is spontaneous thought. I should go back and look at some of these to see if the spacing is okay. Okay, so this will be, yeah, 5, 25, and then 50. Feels like paperwork. Okay. Let me look at the spacing on some of these, and then I think that should be okay. Tedium. And loud trucks. Okay, I can't do anything about the spacing there. Some of these are going to be a little bit squished. That's fine. That's fine. Let me look at that other one again. Yeah, no, not fine. Not okay. Okay, but those are done. Yep. Okay. All right. So in here, okay, I have all of those in there. I changed the index. This should be important, and this should be bathroom. So that's all set. Okay. So going into shop manager, and we are setting up shop items. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 10, 11. No, just 11. Okay. This is progress bar. This is spontaneous. This is hat. This is TV. Books. Art. Important. Hungry. Bathroom. Sit up. Bikes. Sunny day. Okay. So I'm gonna take this. Actually, I'm not gonna worry about spontaneous right now. That's gonna take a little finagling, I think, because that has to talk to the button. Some of these have to talk to the button anyway, but there's not an art piece to go with that. So a lot of this is going to be coming through here. I want this line. I don't want the brackets. And if I go to the shop manager, I'm going to scoot this over here so I can make sure that my indexes line up. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. 7. 8. 9. Okay. So, nope. Nope, that's my stream. I don't want my stream. I want Unity. Yep. Here we go. Back over here. Thank you. Okay. So I play. That's been coming up as the same hairstyle. I might look into getting a little bit more, getting that a little bit more random. Um, might need to. I'm just gonna click a whole bunch. I'm gonna see what happens when I just click a whole bunch. Oh, something is on. Something is on. What's on? That's on. Okay, that's not on. Okay. That's not set up to do anything yet. Cat. The purchase buttons aren't set up to do anything yet. Okay. Purchase. This is going to be very similar. Uh, and you're just going to predictive text the whole thing. Okay, case 9. So let me just go through. I'm not cat on that. And I'll purchase upgrade 3. Let's keep that over here. Unlock TV. Or unlock books. Unlock art. Important thought. Hungry. Bathroom. Sit up. Spikes. Sunny day. Okay, so I shouldn't have to come back and look at the purchase button anymore. And we have camel nap. Not enough to get the TV. It's enough to get the is important thought. Yeah, each. Okay, so let me make a note of if other thoughts active turn off so that there's not more than one thought bubble happening at once. Because if you come in here, I'm gonna click a whole bunch of times. Yeah, if I come in here and if I turn on the pizza, that it overlays on top. Or would I want to increase the coin rate to? And just double it? Or make it, I could make it a random number in between like 2 and 5. Okay, that needs to be bigger. 200, 300. Yeah, this seems to be working as intended. Okay. Coin increase random between 1 and 5. Between 2 and 5. Hello. I'm gonna say hi. I don't know what that's doing to my mic and the computer and the monitor. Please don't touch the Wi-Fi. Okay. And sit up. Come in here and look at sit up. Sit up needs to hide cat or put cat on or put it on the layer behind the player. Hide thought bubbles. 527. Yep. Okay. I'm getting closer to setting up the win condition, which is good. So as far as I can tell, these are working. And if there are bugs, I'll be able to figure that out later. Right. 300 is sit up. And I know that's going to break the image with the cat. I'm going to go for a sunny day. I have the urge to click out of the phone instead of doing the shop. Instead of hitting the shop button again. How the coins are right now isn't too bad. And it's gonna be easier. Like, it's gonna be harder if you. Maybe possibly harder without the cat on the lap. Sunny day! Which is it to get the art? Like, how long does it actually take to unlock it at the rate it is now? Okay. Yay! Pretty art. Okay, I need to fix. Yeah, I'm just gonna stretch this as far as it needs to be. If I could do achievements, I would have one for why do you have so many coins? If I had achievements, I would do one for why do you have so many coins? Okay. Now to start working through the functionality of these things. No, I'm just gonna keep this here. We're gonna put this back. Where's my Visual Studio? Where's my actual Visual Studio? Go back with your friends. Okay. So a couple of the easier things is like we're gonna hide the cat down here. And then I'm gonna change that. 4i equals 5. I is less than 8. Okay. So if I'm looking at the cat, coins increase amount. So I have the increase amount, so I don't need that. Maybe I'll make a separate section for, okay. Shop effects. Cool. Okay. So spend coins. Toggle all description buttons. Okay. Increase value. If cat active, coin increase amount equals no. Yeah. Exclusive. That's why. That's why it seems like it's the same. Because if the max is exclusive, then it needs to be 2. Because it's never going to hit 1 if it's exclusive. Okay. Yeah, button controllers. So if cat active, coin increase amount is random between 2 and 5. Yeah. And okay, reduction rate if cat active, the reduction rate is 1. I almost want to do that. Random between 2 and 6, but it really shouldn't. I don't think I want to do that because I think it would keep multiplying it over and over again. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so this does need to be a and then go into the shop manager. And for cat, and it is okay. It is more random now. That's good. Yeah, that's nice. And that opens up some stuff. It opens up a chunk of stuff for people to buy. Okay. Okay. This needs a win condition, so I'm not going to do that yet. Okay. This is reduction rate by a percentage. I think there's going to be a whole bunch of these. Okay. Eh. Because it's going to go through. But it's going to compound. And I don't want it to compound. I need to consider how this is going to work. What did I say the reduction rate was? Oh, it doesn't say. It just says reduces progress reduction rate. Because my brain does not want to math right now. Two times 0.2 makes it 0.4. 1 times 0.2 makes it point. Two times 0.8 reduces it. Reduces it by 20%. Yeah. So that would reduce it by 30%. And then 40%. So times so if all of these are active, the reduction rate becomes 0.6. And if you do this without the cat, the reduction rate becomes 0.3. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I can tweak it later. So this is going to, we're going to take this out. And it's going to, if cat active is true, update reduction rate. So okay. So those can kind of be tested. That's not important. So what is the first one is 150. That doesn't seem to make a difference. The 200. I'm gonna do so much clicking. That almost seems worse. Yeah, that seems worse. Okay. So the reduction rate is the amount of time in between waiting for seconds. So this actually is like the opposite. Let's try that. Okay, so those numbers, I think it is helping, but they do need to go like higher. Yeah, it is helping. It's helping. It's helping. It's helping. Okay, 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 okay. We got somewhere. That it stopped reducing completely. It stopped reducing completely. But it didn't seem to make a difference until all of them were activated. Now it won't go up at all. Okay, I might need to get under the hood. Oh, no, no, it's going. I probably do need to get under the hood and kind of figure out what's going on here. But I'm open to debugging that later. I'm almost at my 2 hours up, which means getting up, taking a break, eating something, and then continuing as needed. Okay. But I have a framework to kind of go off of as far as like these just need to be tweaked. They need to be tweaked. Um, so like the other part is lesson reduction, increase the value accrue rate, which is update value rate. So we're going to get into, this is going to, maybe this shouldn't stack. Yeah, I'm actually going to take out the fact that these things stack. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Because for each one, I can increase it, like say, okay, I'm just gonna think my way through this. This is like if important, if hungry, if bathroom. I think I can see like where this is kind of, because when you buy something, like say if cat is active and you go and you buy the TV, it's gonna run through the cat reduction rate and then the TV reduction rate. So then it's going to run through the cat reduction rate and then the TV reduction rate and then the book reduction rate. Okay. So I need to put more thought into how it could just run through one of these at a time. Okay. So if that's the case, then I don't need these. And that's not okay. Yeah, and I don't need this can come out. This can come out. This can come out. This can come out. And so 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, I still need cat active. So then I still want to hey, don't smash at the couch. Okay, so I still need cat active, but all the other ones I don't. And that kind of, yeah, it would get it back to normal because it's 2. It's getting higher. Maybe I should do 0.5. Like instead of going to 3, do 2.5. I got gold for days. Oh, oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. No, that's good. That's good. I like that. Then gives purpose to some of the other things. You can get pretty far. Okay. Yeah, that's I like that. We're doing good with that. Uh, I might tweak it. I might tweak it later. But I think I can move on to other things. So, yeah. So now it's similar to update the reduction rate. But yeah, update the value rate. Okay. is this is going through important hungry and bathroom. Okay. Value. Okay. Increase amount plus equals no. No. Because the increase amount just starts at 1. Well, we can try 1, 2, 3. And maybe tweak this. That was 100. I need to actually implement it. I need to actually attach it to where it needs to be attached. Okay. I need to turn the other thoughts off. So if items 6 Mm. Okay. Five or seven. And then 5 or 6. 5 or 6. Update. Evaluate. Yeah. 0, 1, 2. Okay. Good. Get up there! Nice. Cool. No, treadmill. Do not do that. Okay. I haven't tested the new reduction rates yet. Okay. We have sit up. We don't have any functionality for sit up. That is so that's gonna have to do with in here. If this is greater than this threshold, so this is going to be the progress threshold. So int is going to be similar because I think the switch case is working. This is sit up. Spikes. Okay. So progress threshold. It starts at 0. And I said, we look at this. Won't fall below 15%. 10%. And then 20%. Goal value times. That's an int. That's an int. So what's the way to truncate? Floor? If you want to round a double down to the nearest integer, you can use math. Math doesn't exist in the current context. Oh, math F. There we go. Syntax. Okay. Maybe 10%, 15%, 20%. Okay. Okay, so let's see about that. Okay, it's fighting me. I think that has to do with at what number it starts reducing. Because well, it won't fall from 25%. So it actually is doing what I want. I just don't have the increased rate for it to push past that. Which is that's good. So if I increase that rate, I mean the thought bubbles are okay. I don't think I need to turn off the thought bubbles if I'm sitting up. And maybe reduce the reduction rate. It's fighting it really hard. Okay, is that all of the things? That's all of the things. And it's fighting that really hard. So getting all of the things does not make it easier. So there's something That's working a little bit better. Yeah, and I can remove the parts. Yeah, there we go. We got it. We got it. I can remove the parts that hide the thoughts for now because they seem to still work when the character is sitting up. So that's fine. Okay. That's the button. That button's all set. 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 Okay. All of these buttons except for spontaneous and the win condition and reset game is all set. That's so cool. It's like, oh my God, I have a game. I have a game. I have a game. It's so exciting to like see the end of the road. But that's gonna be that's gonna be another day. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna take too much to set up, but I am getting at the point where I'm like, I need to eat. I need to eat. I've been very conscious about my eating, tracking my calories, tracking my protein, tracking my fiber, and it is time to eat. I haven't had a whole lot of calories today, but I am getting my protein in there, and it's eating time. But yeah, I think that all that's left is so maybe tonight, if I still feel up to it after eating, I'll try to get the colors down. Yeah, I'll try to get the colors down and I'll work on the animation bugs. Because I think there should be a way to, in the character animator, maybe restart the animation from where it's supposed to be. So that I can go through the for loops and they'll all restart at once. So I'll look that up. I'll look up how to do that. The animations. The restart animations. So that they all sync together. Resync animations so I don't have to lose the customization with like the hair and stuff. 'Cause I'd like to keep that. I'd like to keep that. And the colors for the menu, which I think should work out okay. Um, it's just looking at these three bars, these three sliders, um, would actually be broken down into three sections each. It might not be necessary for the skin color. It might still be necessary for the skin color. I'm not sure yet. But they would be broken down into three sections each for RGB, and then the three sliders could be adjusted to the color that the the player wants. And then down here is going to be a reset button to just reset the game. Like if the player feels stuck or they want to, or they've won and they want to try out different buttons. And just from there, it's just going to be like, do I need to rebalance this? Is there not enough gameplay time here? Do I need to make it just a teensy bit more frustrating to try to get to that end goal? Because I think I didn't end up buying all of the pieces. And yeah, maybe I'll have somebody close to me test it, see how they feel about it. Uh, but yeah, we're in a good place considering it's Tuesday. But I also have some MMO work that I need to get done. I need to paint some textures on some stuff. Can make a forest spirit and a dolphin that goes with a pirate quest. Yeah, so I have that for work. And then finishing this up. Okay. It's coming along good. I think this is good. It's almost there. It's almost done. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go eat my chicken chop salad wrap. I have to make my chicken chop salad wrap, which is going to take like 20 minutes. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to sign off and have a good night. Bye.